Hey, you guys, it's Marcelle. So I wanted to touch on a question that we had in the group tonight, which is a very good question to ask. So thank you. It was, how do I get all my veggies in? Like, are you just sick of just eating broccoli by itself, right? I don't blame you. Okay, so I have 10 ideas here that I want to share with you on how to get your veggies in a little bit easier without having to just make it boring, make it, a chore. Like, let's make it fun, all right? So I will also type these out into the post, but I wanted to share this with you. So, okay, tip number 1 is one of my favorite inventions, and that is veggie noodles. You can get this little machine that you can make noodles out of like zucchini and stuff, and you can replace that for pasta. So, like, isn't that brilliant? You can have vegetable noodles, and you can still add meat to it, sauce to it, what have you, but you're trading out that yellow, this carb, for a green. So that's one really, really cool way to add veggies. Tip number 2, add your veggies to your breakfast. So I love a good veggie omelet. So toss in some green and red peppers. Throw that into an omelet made with some onions, and you're good to go. Make sure you measure it out, but pour it in, and you will have a rich veggie protein breakfast. Okay. Tip number 3, add veggies to your Shakeology. I do this all the time. I love to put a big handful of spinach and half a banana in there, and you can't even taste it. I do it with vanilla, so then you get a really cool kind of green smoothie taste. It's really, really good. You could use any vegetable. I mean, some of them are kind of hard to use. There's some that you don't want to use, but like carrots you can use. Make sure you have a really good food processor for that, okay? Number 4 is toss some veggies into a pasta dish. So if you are going to go for the actual pasta, put in a huge, serving 1 or 2 of some vegetables, whether that could be carrots or broccoli or zucchini, squash, whatever. Toss that into your pasta instead of having like a boring side salad, all right? Toss that into your pasta, put some seasoning on it, and you have one really great dish that all goes together. Number 5, I love casseroles, all right? It's a little bit harder to measure with the 21-day fix, but I kind of eyeball it at this point, but you could do a casserole, throw a bunch of veggies in there. I did a really good quinoa, chicken, and broccoli casserole the other day. And keep in mind some of these ideas here, I'll post in the group for you guys to have a better understanding of some of these recipes that I'm talking about, okay? But casseroles are great. Tip number 6, use lettuce as a wrap. So if you're gonna have a hamburger, instead of actually having a bun, use a big old piece of kale or lettuce or something with nutritional value, not iceberg lettuce, but like a big piece of kale, wrap your burger in that, boom, you've got some more veggies that you just added towards your meal for the day, okay? Tip number 8 is, if you are gonna make burgers, throw some veggies in there, chop up some carrots, put in some spinach, some kale. It's kind of easier to use the greens to put it in there, but toss that into your burger and there's some more greens for you. So it's just a way to kind of multitask some of your servings. Number 9, I love this one. Turn your veggies into fries. If you grab some green beans and you lightly bread them, again, I'll post some of these really cool recipes, but if you lightly bread them and then you bake them, oh my gosh. Like, I do this with sweet potatoes. I do this with green beans, which leads me to tip number 10, which is kale chips. If you haven't tried kale chips, you haven't lived yet. A little bit of salt and pepper, a little bit of olive oil, and you will have a snack that you'll die for. So those are my 10 tips on how to add more veggies to your diet. I hope that helps. If you guys have any other great ideas, I would absolutely love to hear them, and then look for some of the recipes that I'll post in the group. All right, thanks guys, good night.